And here we go. I don't remember who started the intro for the last episode, which was episode 3, because it was like a year ago. So let's just assume it was you, Mike. So Aaron Strange is going to do the intro to this episode, which is episode 4, obviously, because 4 comes after 3, correct, kids?
Wow. He didn't even have to use his fingers for that.
Wow, and get closer to the microphone when you talk.
My bad.
Yeah, hey guys, how you doing? Episode 4. Not from, oh my god, I fucking hate doing this. I can't think of shit to say. Even though I have a lot of shit to talk about. And you do too, probably.
Yep.
But it's been about a year since we've done this. Episode 3 was December 29th or 28th of last year. Holy shit.
That's insane.
Which means Fitz has been paying for the premium SoundCloud membership.
$10 a month for nothing.
$10 a month for nothing for internet storage space. So anyway, welcome 1 minute in. We'll actually finally get to the intro name of the podcast.
Ramblin'
Stamblin'. This is the Geek N Freek Podcast, hosted by Aaron Strange, Aaron Belafato, whatever the fuck, and
Mike Fitz.
And yeah, so welcome back, guys. Hopefully you're still around. All 3 subscribers and listeners on iTunes Podcast Radio. Yeah. I totally forget where I was going to go with any of this, so do you want to go first, Mike?
Sure. What have you... Ow! Can you just make me choke on the microphone?
Oh, wait, quick. I got to cut you off. So, the mic that we're using, not Mike Fitz, the actual, Blue Snowball mic that we're talking into right now, has been in my car since last episode. So this thing has seen every single season in New England. Winter,
it's literally a snowball.
It's literally a snowball. It's been through fucking frigid winter and summer, so hopefully you guys can hear us and it's still working because I'm fucking retarded and don't know how to take care of electronics. Speaking of which, I have a MacBook Pro, which I've been babying for 10 years and on my way to Fitz's condo or whatever the fuck we're living in right now, we're hanging out in.
Condo.
Towards your mom's basement because that's where we're hanging out. Start at the bottom, now we're here, which is what we said in episode 1. Anyway, I get to Fitz's parking lot. I'm trying to carry fucking the microphone, my phone, a Red Bull, a water, Fitz's special needs helmet, and my Mac, and I fucking dropped, of all things, the fucking MacBook that I've been babying for fucking 10 years, and the scratches on it. I'm fucking beyond pissed off. And with that, go Fitz.
So now this podcast's probably not going to work because the computer's probably broken. So what have we been up to for the last year?
Okay, I had 5 mental breakdowns in 2019. I dyed my hair pink, and it was pink for a couple of months, 6 or 7 months, and now it's purple, dark purple, which is my favorite color. Any color purple, it doesn't have to be dark purple, but yeah, I was sick of the pink. That sounded.
You trying to tell us something?
Yeah, I am trying to tell you something. It's part of the mental breakdown. Oh my god, we have a lot to talk about since it's literally been almost a year.
Yeah. I think the funnest thing we've done over the last year was go to Comic-Con over the summer.
Oh my god, that was... Alright, so yeah, we went to Comic-Con in the Boston Comic-Con, and I wore my Deadpool
Fan
suit.
Expo.
Oh shit, oh god, we have way too much to talk about. So, as part of my mental breakdown, we'll get back to Comic-Con, I bought this, kind of super expensive, movie quality, professionally made, custom fit Deadpool suit that you guys that follow me or us on social media have probably seen me wearing because I am not a cosplayer. No offense to people that like cosplay. Fuck that shit. I'm just a fucking 38-year-old psychopath that would walk around in a superhero suit in broad daylight, okay? I'm not a cosplay person. No offense to cosplay. I'm just a fucked up adult that dresses her up in a Deadpool suit around my house.
You're saying cosplayers aren't adults?
I didn't say that. Now we're going to get a bunch of thumbs downs when I upload this to YouTube. So anyway, the Deadpool suit, I have the legit swords, the mask. I got a custom fit because I had to go to Men's Warehouse. So they had to measure my entire body. And then I sent my measurements. That sounded wrong. I sent my body measurements to Australia and they made the suit.
And several other people.
Yeah. And it's kind of funny. They oh fuck, I just had a point to that. God damn it. Oh, the guy measuring me said that I have boxing arms or boxer's arms. I'm like, thanks. He's like, yeah, if you were a boxer, you'd have good reach. I'm like, well, guess what? This is for a Deadpool suit. I'm not for fucking fighting. I am a fighter, but more of a lover. What was the point of that? Wait, I got more to say. Hold on. Wow, it's
welcome
me
to the welcome to the Aaron Show.
Well, we already have that. It's called the Aaron Strange channel, which you subscribe. Blah, 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 blah. You should be subscribed to on the YouTubes and on the Instagrams. Aaron_Strange. I'm actually so self-absorbed. I have 3 Instagram accounts.
Yeah.
Don't fucking nod at me, you piece of shit.
Oh, I'm allowed to talk now?
Yeah, there's Aaron_Strange is my main one. Aaron_Strange_tattoos is my tattoo one. And Geek N Freek Podcast is kind of a mutual one, but I run it because Fitz is technologically, social mediacally retarded. Anyway, so the Deadpool suit, I was, part of mental breakdown number 7 of this year. I wore the entire ensemble of the Deadpool suit, everything, the gloves, all the belts, the mask, the swords. This thing, let me tell you, takes at least 45 minutes to get the whole ensemble on. And if anyone's listening in this area, we have a giant mall in Braintree, the Braintree Plaza. It's a pretty big, well-known mall in New England, Boston, whatever, New England. So it's huge. Always overpopulated or well-populated, whatever the fucking word is. There's a lot of people there shopping. So I walk through there at like 3 in the afternoon in the Deadpool suit with weapons and everything. Just, walking around. I go up the escalator. I was like, all right, I'll probably be able to walk around for about 10 to 15 minutes before I get stopped. No, I was in there for about 45 seconds. And I hear this voice go like, hey, excuse me? I turn around, it's like 3 security guards and 2 cops. I'm like, shit. And they go, hey, why do you think we stopped you? And I'm like, because I'm like a fucking psychopath weirdo that's dressed up like a ninja with weapons and a mask walking around in broad daylight in a mall. Yeah, exactly. Can you take the mask off, please? So, yeah, I took the mask off, and we were just talking, and they took out my swords, and they were playing with my sword. Why aren't you laughing right now? Fitz looks pissed right now. So they took out, they're like, so are these things real? Pulling out my swords. I'm like, dude, you guys think I'm that fucking stupid? And one of them goes, you'd be surprised. I'm like, I'm not that stupid to bring in real swords. So anyway, they said I could walk around, but I just couldn't wear the mask. I'm like, but I can walk around with fake but real looking weapons? Oh yeah, that's fine. Well, that defeats the whole purpose, because I'm not going to fucking walk around without the mask, so I just left. But, yeah, again, before I left, one of them was like, so what's this for? Is this part of like a hella, what's the word? Like a...
No idea.
No, like when you're helping out like a...
Like a charity?
Yeah, something like a charity benefit like thing. Is this like for a charity or a benefit or whatever? For like Newbury Comics? So, because I got like pulled over. No, I got like stopped like right in front of Hot Topic on Newbury Comics, I forget. And I'm like, no, I'm just a guy that dresses up and walks around malls. Yep. Anyway, that's the end of that story. So I left, and I had to change in my car, which is almost as difficult as in the trailer to Logan when, Deadpool's changing, and he's all naked in the telephone booth trying to change into his outfit. They ain't kidding. That is fucking impossible to put on.
Definitely should have found a telephone booth to change in.
I tried. All right, I just talked for like 3 minutes, so Fitz, you go. My mouth is tired.
What were we talking about? Oh, Comic-Con.
Yeah, so anyway...
Now you just threw me off. I was like, oh, okay, he's going to talk again. All right, so I stopped and
you guys, it's been
lost my train of thought.
It's been like 350 days since the last episode, so we got a lot to talk about. And we're going to be all over the place because I'm literally bipolar, so I'm going to be jumping from left to right to up to down to diagonal, up, down, left, right, toilet. Konami code. So bear with us when we jump all over the place about 2019. And you got it, Fitz, so go.
Okay, can I...
You got to talk, but you also got to be closer to the microphone.
Oh my god. Yeah, we went...
It's somewhat loud, but not super loud.
So we went to Comic-Con, and I met John Travolta. He was really cool. Didn't try to convert me to Scientology or anything like that.
I like John Travolta, but what the fuck was he doing at Comic-Con?
He had some new movie out that Fred Durst actually directed.
I hate Fred Durst.
And I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it's really good, and I keep meaning to watch it, and I just haven't. Who else did I meet in Boston? I forget.
All right, not to like shit on Comic-Con, but...
Don't you dare.
No, I mean, I love Comic-Con and the whole idea of it, but I'm starting to feel like too many people are getting involved. Like, wouldn't the idea be to just have comic-related stuff or like geek stuff? Like, why is I want to say, why is John Travolta there? Like, okay, Grease, Pulp Fiction. Like, have you ever been in a... Oh, wait,
he was in Punisher.
Oh yeah, you're right. He wasn't that.
It was Howard Sankt in The Punisher.
All right.
With Thomas Jane, which is one of my favorite comic book movies.
I love Thomas Jane. That is a good movie. Is that on Netflix still? Because I was watching it the other day.
Yeah, I think so. I have it on DVD, so when I want to watch it, I just throw it in.
Part of my 43rd mental breakdown was pretty much throwing away everything I own. I threw away probably like 250 DVDs. And back on you, Fitz.
Should have gave me the DVDs. That's about it.
That is not it.
I'm trying to think who else I met at Comic-Con.
Oh. Wait,
you were there. Who else did I meet?
So I never go to Comic-Con anymore. I it's not that I lost interest. I don't know. But I did go this year because I happened to have the day off from the day job. So I brought my 4-year-old, and I dressed up in the Deadpool suit and walked around. I don't know. I didn't buy anything, but oh my God, Ash wanted to buy my kid wanted to buy like some mystery box that was like $400. I'm like, no, we're not getting that, even though I spent a fortune on the Deadpool suit. I'm like, no.
The best part with Ash is there's like, I don't know if you guys have ever been to Comic-Con, but there's all these like booths that sell like toys and art and all this stuff. And Ash kept grabbing my hand going, Mike, I want to get a guy. Mike, I want to get a guy. It was like going through all the toys. And I was like, oh, like how about this? It was like a truck or something. He's like, no, it's not a guy. Got like mad at me.
No, it's not a guy.
And I went to Rhode Island Comic-Con. Aaron couldn't go to that one, but I went to Rhode Island Comic-Con, was it last weekend before? And I met Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell, Mark Paul Gosselaar.
He's probably my favorite character on the show.
Yeah, he was wicked nice. He was cool. I had him sign a Bayside Tigers poster. And it was funny. The guy in front of me, we actually used to work with him at Shaw's, the supermarket that we both used to work at. And he's like, I'm like, what are you going to say when you meet him? And he's like, I'm just going to sing that song, Friends Forever. And I just kind of laughed, like, okay. He walks up and just starts, like, singing at the top of his lungs, singing that song.
Wait, Zach Morris did?
No, the Aaron from that used to work in grocery.
There's another Aaron besides me?
The vendor, Aaron.
He was there? What the hell?
Yeah, we hung out with him. And he, like, sat, and then Zach Morris just kind of looked at him and, like, laughed and was like, how many times you practiced that in the mirror? And I also met Beth from Walking Dead. I kind of felt bad for her because she was just sitting at her table, like, by herself, like, on her phone, like, no one was in her line or anything. So I was like, whatever, she's hot, I'll get a picture with her. So I went up, got a picture with her. She was really cool. And I met Kurt Angle, the wrestler. He was really cool.
I love Kurt Angle.
And I met Dean Ambrose, John Moxley, whatever you want to call him.
Is John Moxley his real name?
No, his real name's actually John Good.
Okay.
John Moxley was his name, like, back in the independent days, a long time ago. And once he left WWE, he obviously couldn't be Dean Ambrose anymore. So he started using John Moxley again, now in AEW.
The hell's an AEW? Sorry, guys, I haven't watched wrestling in years, so I'm totally out of the loop.
AEW is the new wrestling thing that was created by the Elite, Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks.
Oh, I did hear about that.
And it's been really good so far. It's been on, like, started in October. It's been really good so far. I'm liking it. It has Jim Ross as the commentator.
Really?
And Tony Schiavone from WCW.
Oh, okay, yeah. I remember him from the WCW versus NWO game.
I knew you were going to bring it back to a game.
It had to be a game thing.
Couldn't have just watched Nitro with the guy who sees the future talking to...
Oh, yeah, what the hell? Wait, what was that guy's name with the big white afro? Fucking random as hell.
No, best thing ever. All right, when I was a kid, I used to obviously watch Nitro like every single week, and they did this thing with Paul Orndorff, and he was like having a nervous breakdown. So he went and he found this guy that could like see the future. He has this big white wig, and to this day, I always thought about that. I was like, that was the weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen. Literally, not even kidding. Thought about it probably once a day, like my entire life. Get the WWE Network, and I let Aaron use my password or whatever. So he's watching some old. So I texted him like, "Oh, have you watched the network or whatever?" And he's like, "Yeah, I was just watching Nitro. This is weird dude that like sees the future in his big white wig." And I was like, "Oh my god, you saw that guy!" And I just probably killed the sound.
You probably did, but that's okay.
I was like, "Oh my god, that guy! Like finally, someone else knows what I've been thinking about for 20 years."
He looks like Richard Simmons, but with like white hair. Richard Simmons' brother, not Richard Simmons.
You're like, oh, I wish I could remember. I'm going to look up his name. Aaron, you talk for a second.
Yeah.
I'm going to look up his name.
Yeah, lean away because your breath stinks, actually.
Well, thanks. I was actually going to tell you the same thing.
Wow. Seriously? It's the Red Bull. Yeah, actually, Fitz had the WWE Network. Should I announce this online in case Vince McMahon's listening?
I'm sure Vince McMahon's listening to every word we're saying
he's
right now.
He's definitely listening. Yeah, Fitz let me use his WWE Network account, so I was like always watching old Nitros, which I don't know. I don't watch any of the new shit. I liked watching the old Nitro shit from the early '90s. Is that when it came out?
Yeah, 95 Nitro started.
When it comes to like wrestling, I love the stupid gimmicky shit. Like, wasn't there a team in Nitro that literally were just freaking Halloween characters? Like there was a mummy.
The Dungeon of Doom.
Fucking retarded, and I loved every second of it. And there was a guy that looked like Sub-Zero too. What was his name?
Glacier.
Glacier.
Blood runs cold.
That's not what Sub-Zero said in the video game.
That was his tagline.
And why are you Googling Fortnite?
Look, I'm
he's Googling Fortnite, folks.
I was trying to look up Paul Orndorff fortune teller, but Fortnite came up.
So say it into your phone so that it can hear it. So the audience listening at home.
Fortune teller.
All right, he's.
Oh, there it is.
That is the guy. What's his name? Gary Gypsy?
Yes.
All right, everybody, pause this podcast to Google Gary Gypsy. You know what's fucked? My brother's definitely going to do that. He's definitely going to pause it to look up
Gary Gypsy.
Gary Gypsy. Now, people are probably going to think you're talking to yourself in the corner. Gary Gypsy. You should get a tattoo of Gary
Sea
Gypsy.
Gypsy. What the hell is Sea Gypsy?
Gary Gypsy Gary? Why does he have two?
I don't know.
Gary Gypsy Gary Tart? All right, no, that's some singer, you ass. All right, get off Google and let's talk.
I want to learn more about Gary Gypsy.
We could do that afterwards.
I want her to tell me my future.
Did you meet Gary Gypsy at Comic-Con?
Oh, if he was there, I would be first one in line.
Would you rub his afro and then...
I would lick his afro.
That's disgusting. If we ever play an old... Oh my god, Pew.
Fuck yourself. It's your breath blowing back in your face.
Oh my god.
Smells like dick and cheese balls.
Yeah, he has these old cheese balls. He's like, oh, I have some of these cheese balls. They're delicious. Which they are. But they're in a Ziploc bag, and they taste like feet, and they're like wicked stale.
They're from the party I had, like 2-week Halloween party I had.
Yeah, well, what'd you do?
And you ate like 93 of them, so stop bitching.
I ate at least 34 of them.
And the way Aaron, I wish it was a video podcast, so Aaron could show you the way he eats cheese balls.
I'm sure like 50% of the population eats cheese balls as the same way as I do.
Nope.
You take one in one hand, like your left hand has like has a bunch of balls in it, and then your right hand,
as usual,
the right hand has one cheese ball in it. So you launch the one cheese ball from your right hand into your mouth, and you catch it. Who the fuck doesn't do that?
No, you do not launch cheese balls into your mouth.
Sorry that you can put more balls in your mouth, Mike.
You just need to practice more.
Okay, well, teach me, young Padawan. Well, wait, teach me, Jedi Master.
This went bad quick.
Well, that's what usually happens.
This one as bad as your breath.
Oh my god! I meant to chew gum before we did this because I knew our faces were going to be in each other's faces. Also, I got to give a shout out to my friend Sean, who works at the tattoo shop with me.
How's his breath is again?
Yes, he brushes his teeth. He does like sound engineering stuff, like he does like rap beats or whatever for his friends. We should have him on here sometime. Kid's fucking hilarious.
Definitely.
Kid, he's not a kid. Guy's hilarious. But he gave me he gave us two microphones, but I need to get a pop filter for the other two so that, we're not spitting all over the microphone. So Sean,
windscreen.
Sean, a year late, thanks for the two microphones. We salute you, you son of a bitch.
Thank you. You fantastic bastard, you.
You didn't say that into the front of the microphone. You said it to the side of the microphone.
Oh my god.
Say it so that the microphone can smell it. Say, thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Sean.
Word up, motherfucker. Random thing. So a couple of months ago, if people have been, like, I don't know, if you guys know me or know me on social media or whatever, if you're a friend in real life, you know this. If you are a creep that follows me on Instagram, which you better be, or watching my YouTube shit, obviously I love the Misfits. So they got back together to do a couple of shows. The original members, well, two of the original members, Jerry Only and Glenn Danzig. And people associate Doyle, the guitarist, as one of the original members, but he wasn't. There was a guitarist before him. I think it was Brian, the undead Brian Steele, I think. Someone's going to fucking destroy me in the comments for not knowing the 450 members of the Misfits and think I'm not a fucking real fan, but...
Poser.
Shut up. So, anyway, everyone just associates those three as the, like, you know, the most well-known members, especially Glenn and Jerry only. So, anyway, you and I, Mike, you've actually seen the Jerry Misfits many times over the last, like, 15-ish, 20 years.
Did ever Jerry spit on me?
Yeah, I was jealous. But, yeah, I've seen the Jerry Misfits a bunch of times, but I would never thought in a million years, I'm like, oh, God, if they ever got back together, even for, like, one show, I would go. And then they got back together through 2016, I think, or 15, to do, like, a one-off show at, like, Riot Fest, which is, like, a festival show in Chicago or something like that. And I was like, oh, I'd fucking kill to do that. But I assumed they were just going to do that one-off show. I'm like, whatever, I'll just watch YouTube videos about it. And then they started to do, like, random shows here and there with, like, the three guys with AC Slade on, like, backup guitar. I love
AC Slater?
I love AC Slade. Shut up. From Murder Dolls and Dope. Remember that band Dope, right?
Yeah.
AC Slade's awesome. And I met him at a Wednesday 13 show that you also went to. Remember we saw Wednesday 13 in, like, a basement in Boston?
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was a great show.
That's when we found Mongol.
Oh, yeah, Mongrel. That band Mongrel. But yeah, met AC Slade there. I'm getting way off subject. So anyway, I wanted to see the original Misfits at some point in my life. So at this point, we'll go back a month. At this point, a month ago, they did like 3 or 4 one-off shows just playing stadiums here and there. And then they announced they were going to be playing in New York at Madison Square Garden. I'm like, that's actually closer to New England. Like, they're probably not going to come to Boston. And who knows if this is going to be the last show, which they kind of advertised was going to be the last Misfits show of the original members. Like, you know what? Fuck this. Mental breakdown number 47. I'm going to New York. So I'm proud of myself. I actually booked a trip to New York and took the bus and everything. I've never had to piss so bad in my life. Some asshole locked the bus bathroom from the inside after they left. So I was like, everybody's waiting for like an hour and a half to go to the bathroom. I seriously thought my bladder was going to explode, and I was going to explode and turn into piss on the entire bus. That's how bad I had to go. Until I walked up to the bus driver. I'm like, I think someone locked the door or somebody died in the fucking bathroom. Do you have like an extra key? So needless to say, he gave me the key, and someone locked it from the inside, and I did a really long pee. Where was this story going? Yeah, so I saw the Misfits. I saw the original Misfits. It was amazing. I thought I was going to tear up. I never thought in a million years I would be able to see the original Misfits play together, and they did. And I'm going to run through the entire set list of all 42 songs for your enjoyment. No, I'm just kidding.
And I'm going to go take a nap.
All right, but they did do my favorites. Hybrid Moments, I Turned Into a Martian, Last Caress, of course, Halloween. You get it. All the Danzig era classics. So yeah, I'm like, I finally say I saw them. All the merch sold out. It was also like I had never been to Madison Square Garden. And supposedly it was the first time a punk band ever headlined and played Madison Square Garden and sold it out. So Fitz is yawning right next to me.
He's putting me to sleep.
Fuck yourself. You can hog the mic after this, Mike. So yeah, saw the show. It was great. I bought a hoodie that was definitely overpriced. And the only difference was it said the original Misfits on it. I'm like, I'm paying fucking all this money just for a couple of extra words, but whatever. That's actually a fucking high quality hoodie. You should feel it's like wearing 7 jackets. That's how like nice it is. So anyway, I get back to work. The whole show's over. I'm back home in New England. And then it's announced they're playing another show in Philadelphia, I think. And so they've done like 6 or 7 reunion shows, air quotes, reunion shows. I'm like, wow, it's cool to see them get along because I know Jerry and Danzig have hated each other for like the last 40 years. So I think the word around the street is that they came to some kind of a legal agreement behind the scenes. And I think Danzig, going all over the place. From what I learned on the street, Danzig was about to lose his rights to like most of the band and the brand and the name, the skull that everybody knows, the Fiend. Because I think Jerry only did more with the Misfits after Danzig left. So, because I think Jerry can tour as the Misfits, but if they tour with Danzig, it has to be just Misfits. Anyway, so I guess they came to a legal agreement where if they played at least a minimum of 10 reunion shows, air quotes reunion shows, then Danzig retains his 50-50 ownership of the Misfits or whatever for the merch or whatever. So I'm like, oh, great. I thought they fucking buried the hatchet and it was a fucking amazing show and they were getting along. Well, maybe they did bury the hatchet, but it also comes down to money, and Danzig doesn't want to lose his rights to the band. But either way, needless to say, I had a great fucking time, and that's all I got. I just hogged the mic again for like 15 minutes, so yeah. Fitz, you go, because I want to eat some pretzels.
Ow.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, okay.
Why are you always eating? You can't just not crunch in the microphone?
Pretzel.
Good. That's what you deserve.
Thanks.
What am I supposed to talk about here?
Anything.
I was asleep.
Mike, what's your favorite Misfits song?
The one where they go, oh.
That's pretty much the chorus to I Turned Into a Martian. I turned into a Martian, whoa. And then it like goes, whoa. It's just, it's the whoaing. That's what I love. I love 50s doo-wop type shit. I love that kind of music. Go on. And shoot.
Whoa. Song number 2, whoa.
You seriously gonna fill like 30 seconds of dead air with us going, whoa?
It's better than listening to you crunch on fucking pretzels.
All right, let me just have 2 more pretzels and I'll jump back in.
Oh my god, what am I supposed to talk about here? I bought a badass new Captain America shield today. The Marvel Legends series.
I was just about to bring it in front of the microphone so they could see it.
Yeah, Aaron's choking to death. Honestly, my basement is pretty badass. Worked really hard on it. It's all autographed. I got autographs and collectibles, and it's like Nerdvana. I got a pretty big TV.
I'm gonna punch you for making up a word like Nerdvana.
I can't take credit for making it up. I just spread it.
That's a real word?
You've never heard someone say Nerdvana?
No, but I hate all of you.
Why? That's a great word.
I hate when people make up words. You know what words fucking piss me off? Friendsgiving. I hate. I've been to a Friendsgiving. I think it's a great idea, but I fucking hate the word Friendsgiving. And fondant. I hate the word fondant. Oh, I'm making a cake. Oh, really? What are you gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna make a character and like all this icing out of fondant, and then I have to punch the person in the mouth because I hate.
I don't think I've ever heard the word fondant. What the hell is that?
Never heard. It's like, just Google it. It's like that weird, like, sugar that it looks like Play-Doh that they like decorate on top of a cake so they can like make things. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's like Gumby.
Gumby. And what a weird thing to hate, Friendsgiving.
I don't hate the idea of it. I just hate the word.
Why would you hate the word Friendsgiving?
Because I'm fucked up.
That just doesn't even make sense.
Hey, if you guys didn't know me, but Fitz was there for all my life changes. I used to be a very negative, miserable, all the time person. I would have to hate everything. I would hate people for not hating the same things that I hate. And if they liked what I hated them for liking what I hated. And I'm a very happy person now. It might have something to do with the mood stabilizers I take every night at 11:30, but let's just say I've had a life-changing year or something. I don't know, I'm more enlightened. Actually, about that, me, Fitz, and some friends went to a beach party, and I don't remember what I said. I was trying to be positive because Fitz was getting stressed out about something, and I gave him, it's the old, like, recovery saying. That's actually really true. I'm like, Mike, resentment is like drinking poison, expecting the other person to die, and you're like, fuck you, like, I don't like this new enlightened Aaron. Go back to being pissed off.
No, I didn't say fuck you. I was like, oh, I don't like this new enlightened Aaron.
He did mean it jokingly, but he was serious.
Truth is said in jest.
That's the saying. All right, I want to finish this pretzel, so start talking about stuff.
Please do, because I'm sure the 2 people that listen to us are like, shut the fuck up.
Hey, we have quite a decent amount of listens on SoundCloud.
Go SoundCloud. I don't know. I'm starting to realize that I haven't really done much this year. Oh, I have, and I just can't think of it right now.
I've done too much. I've been busy nonstop.
That's the thing is, like, I'm busy all the time, but now I can't even think
By too much, I just mean I've been keeping busy. Don't look into that, anybody.
Right. I don't even know what he meant by that, but okay. What have I done this year? And I can't even think.
Oh, hold on. I'll cut you off again. Let's go to tattoos. So, part of midlife crisis. No, what did I call it? Mental breakdown. Mental breakdown number 43. I got a huge huge, no, massive tramp stamp tattoo of Deadpool from the movie, like the movie version of Deadpool, and he's like doing the whole like his fingers going on his lip, like ooh, like he knows a secret, and it's massive. It's like from his elbow up all the way to his head, and like swords up right above my ass. And I want to say, what was I thinking? But I'm very proud with the finished product. I don't know if the shop owner I work with, Nick. Oh, Mike's yawning. I thought he was gonna sneeze. I wanted to capture his sneeze because then he would have blown his nose afterwards, and I want you guys to all hear it. But yeah, Nick spent like 7 or 8 hours on it, and it came out awesome. I'll post a picture on the podcast Instagram, maybe, since we're talking about it, or just follow me on Instagram, Aaron_Strange, and I have a picture of it somewhere on there, if you guys even care. I wonder if people like when we cross-mention shit, and they're like, oh god, let me pause this at 30 minutes in so I can go look at that Instagram post, or go look at Jerry the Gypsy with white hair. Seriously, you should look that up, and you should get a tattoo of him. Oh, and I got my throat tattooed. And I gotta say, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but it goes from like the bottom of my chin, I guess, like under my chin, over my Adam's apple, onto my collarbone. Collarbone is like the worst pain I ever felt in my entire fucking life. The whole thing bruised. It just felt raw, like 4.5 hours in, and it healed really well. Everyone was like, oh, did it hurt? No, I was more worried about where the Adam's apple was. Here comes a gay joke. Because I was more worried about, like, swallowing while he was, like, tattooing it, and I thought it would, like, fuck up his hand while he was, tattooing straight lines on my throat.
Aaron always worrying about swallowing.
Yeah, right? And on that note, you go back.
What tattoos have I gotten this year? I'm trying to think. My Stan Lee tattoo. That was this year.
Oh, yeah, it's like a character of Stan Lee in, like, a traditional tattoo style, and I think we posted that on your Instagram, but you're a cunt, and you're private, so people can't see it.
Am I private? I don't even know.
You're private. And you also, I think we finished that Harley Quinn tattoo on you.
Oh, yep. It looks awesome.
The movie one of, what the hell's her name?
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie, she's hot as hell. But it's, yeah, like, based on her, not the comic book one. And I did the loser lover thing on your leg from a...
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. The Stan Lee one has a cool like little banner under it too that says True Believer. I like that one.
True Believer.
What else? I feel like I've got another tattoo.
I feel like I've talked way too much this podcast.
Yeah, me too.
In episode 1, you talked the whole time. In episode 4, it's like all me, so you go. We should call it episode 4 a new douche.
A new nope. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know. I got some tattoos, went to Comic-Cons, worked a lot.
People like when we just talk about random shit. We don't always have to have subjects. We could, like, argue and people be like, this is awesome.
Well, me and you arguing? No, that never happens.
You know what I love in episode 1 when we were talking about you meeting Kevin Smith? You're like, yeah, so I was going to meet Kevin Smith, and he took a picture of my tattoo, and I'm like, at an unflattering angle, and then you go, oh my god, get over the angle. I
love how Mark always quotes that, Aaron's brother Mark.
Oh my god, get over the angle.
Mark, I love, like, Mark, who's probably the only one who listens to this, so what's up, Mark? We always, for like 15 years, like, we'd all, like, watch wrestling together, and we'll be like, remember that time when Aaron farted when Triple H came out? And he'll
Why
be
do you
like,
have to throw me under the bus and say I farted?
Because,
you did a bunch of times.
Because that's all you do.
No, it's not.
And
the mood stabilizers help.
Is that why there's been less farts? Anyway, can I finish the goddamn thought?
That's your breath, okay? That stinks. It's not.
Once again, that's your breath. With that nose, it's probably the neighbor's breath.
I have a big nose. That's why Gonzo is my favorite Muppet.
I thought it was Miss Piggy.
Am I a man or a Muppet? All right, finish your story.
I'm a very manly Muppet. I don't even know what story I was just telling now.
We were talking... Oh, Mark remembering shit.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty much it. And he can be like, we'll just mention the most random thing, and Mark can be like, oh, yeah, that was Survivor Series, blah, blah, blah. No,
Survivor Series 1992, and Mike was wearing blue pants. Shit.
Good times, good times. Yeah.
I want to say we should talk about movies, but I haven't seen Joker yet, so I don't want it to get spoiled, and I feel like that's something you could talk about since I've been hogging the microphone for a half hour.
Joker was amazing.
Now, is that, like, as an art form in like a movie, was it like entertaining in all aspects like that, or was it like just 'cause are you biased?
I'm definitely biased, but it almost wasn't even like a comic book movie. Sorry, spoilers. So
I haven't seen it yet. Don't go into great detail. Just
I'm not going into detail, but my issue when I first heard about this movie was that the Joker's the kind of character you don't want to know where he comes from. That's the best part about Joker is you don't know where he comes from. Like in Dark Knight, he changes his story like 5 times. So I was like, I don't want an origin story for the Joker. But the way they do it in this, like, you watch the whole movie, then you're like, wait a minute. Like, it throws you off. It's not like, it's like, wait, is this his origin? Did this happen? Like it's not a flat out, like, this is where the Joker came from. Which,
yeah, that's the whole point. I remember you telling me, because you're the comic expert, that the whole point of his legacy is you're not supposed to know where he came from, right?
Right. Exactly.
And that's a separate movie that has nothing to do with the DC universe, cinematic universe, because they're just fucked and the shit's all over the place, correct?
Yeah, there are rumors that it's going to tie into the Twilight guys' Batman. What the hell's his name?
Oh, Robert Pattinson?
Yes, that it's going to tie into his Batman, but I don't know. Did you hear about the casting for the new Batman?
Wait. No.
They got Colin Farrell is going to be Penguin.
What the fuck? I used to hate Colin Farrell, but I like him.
I like Colin Farrell. The movie Phone Booth is amazing.
Never seen it.
Oh, it's awesome. And what's his name? Andy Serkis is going to be Alfred.
Oh, really?
And Matthew McConaughey is going to be Harvey Dent.
I used to hate Matthew McConaughey.
Once again, back to when Aaron hated everyone.
I know, and then I saw Tropic Thunder, and I was like, I don't know why, but this guy's fucking hilarious.
Matthew McConaughey's in Tropic Thunder?
Yeah, he's he's Ben Stiller's like agent or whatever that works.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love Matthew McConaughey.
I hate Tom Cruise, but I love his character in Tropic Thunder. Les Goodman, is that his name?
Yeah.
The big fat guy. I didn't know that was him until like I saw the credits at the end of the movie. I'm like, that was Tom Cruise. My favorite line from that is when he answers the phone. He's like, oh yeah, why don't you just calm down, relax, and fuck your own face? And he screams into the phone and throws it in the air because the terrorists called his phone or something like that. I really want to watch that movie when I get home now, but I think during my mental breakdown number 32, I think I threw it away. Shit.
My only problem with that movie is Jack Black's in it. I hate Jack Black. He's the only celebrity that I like won't watch a movie if he's in. I hate him with a passion.
I'm almost positive in every, I'm pretty sure you said you hate Jack Black in like 1 or 2 of the last podcast episodes. And when
I want it known that I hate Jack Black.
When we do those Friendtastic Fridays, which is basically an unscripted Let's Play, I'm almost positive you talk about how much you hate Jack Black. And when we do behind-the-scenes shit of the videos I put up on YouTube on Aaron Strange episodes and stuff, there's a Jack Black hatred comment.
Good. I want every time I'm ever on any kind of social media, podcast, YouTube video, I want it known that I hate Jack Black.
What the hell did he ever do to you?
He was born.
Maybe he says the same thing about you. He doesn't know you exist.
Oh, he knows I exist. To him, I'm that internet guy that's always saying I hate him.
Well, don't threaten him on a podcast that nobody's ever going to listen to.
Jack Black, if you ever see me...
Okay, shut up. All right, random as hell. This is just me hijacking this podcast again because this is something I wanted to bring up, and it's a super narcissistic thing, but...
You be narcissistic? No.
I have narcissistic traits. I can flip them on and off. I'm not a full-on narcissist.
I tend to disagree, but okay.
Wow. You're definitely a narcissist, by
Me?
the way. You definitely are.
How am I a narcissist?
In the last, few months during my enlightenment, I was like, wait a minute. I think Fitzgerald's a full-on narcissist.
How?
No, you definitely have narcissistic traits.
Like?
I'm not getting into it now. No, but... All right, so I'm late to the... Fitz is going to know where I'm going with right when I bring it up. So I've finally caved, and I watch American Horror Story now. And why are you smiling? All right, so I just finished season 5, and I asked Fitz, I'm like, who do you think my favorite character is? And he said Lady Gaga, which normally would be true because I fucking love Lady Gaga. And I had a fucking crush on her before it was fucking cool. Before that movie came out, what was it called?
Star is Born.
A Star is Born. And everyone's like, oh, she's so beautiful. I always said she was fucking beautiful. I said she was hot and beautiful before it was a fucking thing. Anyway... Mike, who's my favorite character? And now you're going to hijack the fucking podcast and say, like, some kind of midget person or something. But you know what? I'm just going to jump it for you. It's the douchebag, narcissistic vampire guy. I think his name, Donovan, right?
Yeah.
Played by Matt Bomer. So I'm like, oh my God, I fucking love this guy.
He was at Comic-Con.
He was?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, he is, like, light years prettier than me. But I love the line when he, like, shoots the other guy in the face, and he's like, I got way better cheekbones. Cheekbones for days. That sounds like a thing I would say.
Yep.
That sounds like a thing you would say, too. But, so I looked him up. I'm like, okay, dude, I definitely have a man crush on this guy. I'm like, I love this character. Then I look him up. I'm like, and he's gay. I'm like, so one of my newest man crushes is...
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's absolutely... You're not my type. I could get a way better gay guy than you.
Not me, you dumbass.
So wait, so there's a chance of what?
You getting with the boomer guy.
Boomer? It's Bomer.
Whatever.
Bomer, something like that. I was like, I kept thinking about him, like, oh my God, I have like a massive man crush on this guy. So yeah, Matt Bomer, if you're listening, hit me up. I just followed him on Instagram today, actually. Okay, I'm obsessed.
He'll be calling any day now.
I'm obsessed. I'm like, so your character, you're self-absorbed vampire, I'm in love, okay? All right? And I think that's it. So you go on now, Fitz.
I hated that season of American Horror Story.
I liked it. I've watched 1 through 6 now. I liked Murder House. I liked the one after. Is that Asylum?
Yeah,
that
2 was
one's
Asylum.
Good. Asylum, then it's the Witchcraft one, right?
Yeah, Coven.
That was good. 4 was Freak Show, correct?
Yep.
I liked all of them that I've seen, honestly. I've only seen 1 through 6, so don't tell me what happens in 7, 8, and 9.
So, something I want to point out that I love...
If it's about 7, 8, and 9...
Nope, it's going to spoil all of it. Something I love, Aaron, like, something huge and popular, like American Horror Story. 10 years after, Aaron's like, oh my God, you need to watch this show. It's the American Horror Story. It's so good.
Fuck yourself. Well, because I'm late to the game? What we talked about something in a Friendtastic Friday that was like or a Let's Play or whatever. Oh, what the hell was it? We were talking about something. I was like, kids, spoilers. And you're like, the show ended 15... Oh, it was about The Office. It was about The Office. You're like...
Oh, when I said that Michael Scott left.
Yeah, like, oh, the show kind of sucks after Michael Scott leaves. I'm like, spoilers. You're like, the show ended over 15 years ago. I knew that he left, but still. I was a late bloomer to that show, too, because I hated it because everybody liked it. Now, looking back, God, old Aaron, fucking calm down. Hateful people, just calm down. Life's too short to hate everything, but I still hate some things.
One of my favorites, too, was when we saw X-Men Apocalypse, and I said something about, like, I think it was the third X-Men.
Hold on, I feel like you're going to get loud. If you're going to get loud on the loud part, pull away from the microphone a little bit.
Or it was like maybe Days of Future... No, it wasn't Days of Future Past. It was...
I love Days of Future Past.
First Class, I think. And I said something about it, and you were like, spoilers! Like, that was 4 movies ago!
Look at those sound bars fly all the way up. You definitely blew the mic again. Look at them when I talk, and then when you talk, they like go off the charts. So audience, if we need to... I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm the editor guy, because Mike has... I have no idea what I'm doing, and Mike has no fucking idea what he's doing. So if we're too quiet, tell me if I need to raise the audio levels up. Because I don't do post-editing. I just send the audio file right to SoundCloud and the Apple Podcast app or whatever. But when I'm uploading it as a video/audio file to YouTube, I pump up the volume a little bit, like 10 or 15%. But if you're listening to this through your mobile device, let me know via the comments or Insta message us or me if it's too quiet. Okay? Or if Fitz is too loud and I'm too quiet, or if I'm too loud and Fitz is too quiet, and go.
Yeah. But what other shows have been good lately? Have you watched The Boys?
No, but remember, that's the comic that I bought at the comic store, right? So I got this... You tell the story. I'm fucking tired of talking.
So this was, what, like 10 years ago or something like that? Me and I went to the comic store, and there's a guy who works at the comic store who's wicked nice and helpful, but...
I gave him the nickname. Hold on.
I wasn't going to give the nickname in case he listens.
Wait, do you think he does?
Probably.
Well, he doesn't know what his nickname is, though, right? If he's listening?
No. Just call him...
Well, you call the shots, then.
No, never mind. Anyway. So, if you, like... Say you pick up, like, a Spider-Man comic, just to flip through it, to look at the cover or whatever. He'll be like, oh, you like Spider-Man? You should, like, read this and this and this. It's not, like, bringing shit over and try to sell you, like, every Spider-Man comic in the store.
He is a hovering motherfucker.
So, one day, Aaron picked up The Boys and was just like, oh, this looks interesting, just to look at it. and he like pretty much forced him to buy it. And any friend that I brought to that comic store before we went in, I would give them the warning, like, listen, this guy's going to try to sell you, like, everything in the store. Like, don't let him pressure you. Don't let him. And Aaron, I've fallen for it, too, a few times. and Aaron was one of the few friends that got sucked in. But now that's probably worth money because The Boys is, like, huge now because of the show.
Yeah, he talked me into getting this comic, The Boys, and I just felt bad. I'm like, fine, I'll get it. I went home and read it. I'm like, holy shit, this is, like, amazing. It's like if superheroes were real. And then fast forward 10 years, and I see ads for the show. Oh, that they were making a show about it. I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm like, I found out about that first. Actually, insert the guy's nickname, told me about it first, which means he knew about it first, but still. I'm like, you son of a bitches. And your turn. I'm trying to eat pretzels over here.
And also in the comments, you can put how annoying it is to listen to Aaron crunch on the microphone.
I've never heard... If anything, we sell products from eating on the show because we were eating goldfish one night, and my friend Scott, who also has a YouTube channel, Scott Savage, Savage Squirrel, that's what it is, sorry. He said he went out and bought a shitload of Parmesan goldfish thanks to our show. So you're welcome, fucking... Who makes goldfish? Pepperidge Farm?
Yep.
You're welcome, Pepperidge Farm, for the $4 you got from our viewer.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm and Savage Squirrel remember, do you? Like one person's going to get that reference.
Yeah, but no, The Boys, the show is wicked good. Highly recommend it. Homelander is one of the best villains I've ever seen in anything ever.
Kid, how many subscription services do you have? I have, I guess, Xbox Live, but that's like $60 a year, and you can sever that whenever you want. I have like Netflix, and that might be it. Oh, and Spotify. I finally paid for Spotify, but Mike has like WWE, Netflix, HBO, DC. Did I just say WWE?
No,
you have everything.
What I do...
And if you're going to get loud, get away from the microphone.
I'm not getting loud. I got rid of cable completely because I fucking hate Comcast, and so...
No offense if you work for Comcast.
No, much offense if you work for Comcast. Fuck Comcast. If you work for Comcast, fuck yourself.
Yeah, but they're figuring it out because most people I'm just going to get the internet and get Netflix. But now they're figuring out a way around that. So you're like, oh, I'm just going to get Netflix. Yeah, but now all these companies are going to pull their shows from Netflix so that if you want to watch The Office, oh, you got to subscribe to CBS. Oh, if you want to watch, I don't know, fucking... Superman movies? Oh, then you have to get the DC app.
Well,
it's all gonna. You pay what, $200 a month for Comcast? Now it's gonna be $200 or $300 a month to get all those separate apps.
No, what's gonna happen is cable's gonna go completely away, and you're gonna be like, okay, I like the shows on CBS. I watch this, and they're all on CBS. I'll get the CBS app. Oh, I like this show, and this show. It's on Fox. I'll get the Fox app. So then it'll be like $5, $10 a month, but it's only the shit that you want. You don't have to pay $250 a month for 3 channels that you use.
Well, okay, let's just say, like, I like The Office, but if it's an NBC / I'm not gonna buy that fucking app just to watch one show. I'm just gonna buy the DVDs and give that fucking company the middle finger and be like, I'm just gonna buy you DVDs and you're never gonna fucking...
Right, but if the show was new and you were a normal person who watched it when it was on, then, like, you would get the app to watch, like, new shows. You know what I mean? That's where their customers are going to be.
I'll probably just be loyal to Netflix because I like a lot of the Netflix originals, like Stranger Things and Love and all that stuff. And Maniac is really good, but like NBC, what do I like from NBC? The Office, that's it.
Right, exactly. So you wouldn't get that, but you would get Netflix. So you would get if, like, they came up with, like, I don't know, like a horror movie one, you would get that app. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there is one. It's Shudder.
Shudder.
I'm actually thinking about getting that. Because they have horror movies on there that used to be on Netflix that aren't on Netflix anymore.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like, you get the apps that's just for you. You don't have to buy, like, $250 a month, $300 a month cable for all these channels, and you use 2 or 3 of them. Because what I did was I got rid of cable, and now I have Hulu Live, which is pretty much every channel I watched anyway. And so I have Hulu Live, I have Netflix, WWE Network, DC Network, and Amazon for shows that aren't on Hulu. I can just buy them for $2 an episode, and it's less than cable, and it's so much easier.
That's how they want video games to go too. One of these days, they want it all to be digital and streaming, which is a positive because like you and I grew up with like NES and like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and like yeah, I know my whole YouTube channel is based around like retro gaming and stuff because I'm a angry video game nerd ripoff. I'm not a ripoff. I'm inspired by him, but I'm not going to fucking go and spend $400 on a fucking game that I'm going to play once or use for like an episode. Fuck that. I'll just go on. I'll use a fucking, what do they call it? An emulator or like by doing digital only as in a streaming service or whatever for video games. That is way better than physically going out and getting the cartridge. I'm sorry. I never thought I would ever say that, but like, what was it? Bucky O'Hare. Do you remember Bucky O'Hare?
Yep.
There's an old NES game of that I used to have complete and boxed and everything because I just love the video game. Now it's worth like a shitload of money. You're not getting my fucking money. But if like Konami or Nintendo or whoever had a streaming service and they had that game, I'm just gonna do that. I'm not gonna fucking spend hundreds of dollars on a cart that's gonna stop working in like 5 or 10 years because the cart's like $30. No offense to you hardcore collectors, but I ain't in that boat anymore. I ain't in that boat. I'm going to just spend all my money on this awesome leather jacket that has fur on it that cost as much as 15 copies of NES version of Bucky O'Hare. But that was Mental Breakdown number 63. And that's a story for another day. And there's pictures of it on my Instagram account, which is Aaron_Strange. Oh, I should have wore it tonight for the selfie. Actually, I got to get the camera ready for this episode's selfie. So, Mike, you hog the internet right now.
I'm going to break the internet.
Oh, I got a new iPhone, and it has portrait mode. So this selfie's going to be in portrait mode, motherfuckers. And if you don't know what portrait mode is, pause this episode and Google it.
You get a lot of pausing to do this episode.
That's what we should call it. Episode 4. You got a lot of pausing to do. We'll talk at least still.
Well, I can't take a selfie, and why do we both look like women?
Because we are.
I can't smile and talk at the same time.
Why is there a flash on? What the hell? All right, keep talking.
That's what it should be called.
Oh, God, it's blurry as hell.
It's like I can't smile
I can't
talk
smile
at the same time.
Oh, wait, it's not in portrait mode. Oh, I look like a crackhead.
Yeah, we both do.
Hold on, here. Oh, God, that's even worse. Here,
Can we do this after?
Take it right here. That's what she said. He's taking the picture. He's taking the picture. No, that's awful. All right.
We'll do this after.
We'll do this afterwards. Keep going. We should keep this going for another couple of minutes. We're almost up to 55 minutes. Let's go to 55, 56 minutes.
Okay.
So you go right now. And by go, I mean leave.
Oh, I know who I also met at Comic-Con I meant to talk about. I met Stephen Amell from Arrow.
Who?
Have you heard about that? The crossover that they're doing?
I have not.
So, December 10th it starts. Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's going to go...
You just said Infinite Earths.
Infinite Earths, yo! Can you just throw the bottle on my floor? I'll start throwing lettuce on the tea.
Nobody's going to get that reference.
That was just for us.
That'll be a reference we'll explain in episode 5 in 2 years.
Episode 500, 42 years from now.
You killed the joke. Go on.
What the hell is... Oh, the crossover. So, Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Lettuce on the floor. Go on.
It's going to go... They've been leading up to it, and Flash and Arrow. It's going to cross over between Arrow, Flash, Legends, Supergirl, Batwoman, and Black Lightning. And there's also going to be a pre-show, a post-show thing like Talking Dead, but it's going to be called Crisis Aftermath, hosted by the one and only Kevin Smith. And yeah, it's the last season of Arrow, so all bets are off with that. And I sounded like a tool saying that. And
have you listened to me for the first half hour of this?
And I don't know where I was going with this. It's just a cool concept, and I can't wait for it. And I was saying I met Stephen Amell. He was really cool. I got a picture with him, got an autograph, and I am the most uninteresting human being on the planet. I just ramble about random comic stuff.
Hey, people like us enough to tune in and subscribe to the Aaron Strange channel and listen to this podcast and listen to the podcast online and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget my Instagram is Aaron_Strange. Fitz is...
Not narcissistic at all. Just tendencies.
No, I'm just a self-absorbed douchebag. Hey, I need attention or I'll die. But,
Kids Tinkerbell.
That was my fucking joke. I was saving for another thing. Anyway, yeah, that's going to be it. Episode 4. Wow. Now it's going to take us forever to, like, ramble out. I think that's all we got for tonight. What do you think, Fitz?
I think, yeah, because I think I start stories, like, they're going to be interesting, like, and then they just fizzle out. Like, oh, yeah, I met Stephen Amell. Like I said, like, yeah, and then he punched me in the face and freaking kicked me in the balls. But no, it's just, yeah, I met him. He was cool. End of story.
And then he threw lettuce on the tea.
Enough about the lettuce on the tea.
Enough about the lettuce on the fucking tea. All right, so, yeah, episode 4, Geek and Freak Podcast. Oh, he probably should have said today's date. Today's November 10th, I think, right? No, November 9th, 2019. This podcast might go up tonight on the app if I can remember how to use SoundCloud because it's been a year. And wait a couple days for YouTube, you motherfuckers. So, yeah, I think that's it. You say goodbye, and then I'll say goodbye.
You say goodbye, I say hello.
Is that a song?
It's the Beatles.
I hate the fucking Beatles.
Oh my god, stop hating things!
I respect what they did for music, but I fucking hate the Beatles. I'm sorry. Everyone says you're either a Beatles guy or a Rolling Stones guy. I don't like either, but I like Rolling Stones more, so I guess I'm a Rolling Stones guy.
Nah, Rolling Stones suck.
What? Oh, I guess it's true. You're a Rolling Stones guy or a Beatles guy.
They have like 2 or 3 okay songs, way overrated.
Anyway, all right, say bye to the audience.
Bye to the audience.
Wow. You're right. You are uninteresting as fuck. All right, guys. So, yeah, thanks for listening. 56.5 minutes in and out.
And that's a wrap.
And that's a wrap. Episode 4. Peace out, guys. Thanks for listening.
Whoa.
We'll be back in a year. Whoa. Oh, I wanted to talk about the new Taylor Swift album. Fuck. Lover. All right, we'll do that in episode 5. All right. Bye, guys. Whoa.
We'll be back when the Misfits reunite again. Whoa.
Whoa. Bye-bye.